Well, I started making wood surfboards in 2007, and it wasn't something that I planned to carry on with. I was just going to make one surfboard. And I made the first one, and I was just hooked. And I think I've pretty much been making boards. I've had a board on the go ever since, and it just grew and grew and grew. And here I am. A big part of the business is that we also run courses where people can come into our workshop and they can build their own surfboard. There's also an environmental angle to that because it's indirect, but I think that in making their own surfboard, people come to understand what goes into making a product. So it's not just something that you take off the shelf. And that's really special. I think mostly we're in a culture where people, you go in a shop, you take something off the shelf and you don't understand what goes into making it. When you come here and you make a surfboard, you actually realize, hey, this takes a lot of work.
I saw a poster down in Musenberg city, town, central part of it, and it was Patrick's surfboards, right? So I went there and I spoke to him. Went out to the farmhouse, farm village, got started, and it took me about a week. I spent probably 70, 80 hours or so on the board. Patrick obviously helped me a bit with the glassing and the fins. That's his part of the job. But yeah, it's been a great experience. It's a wicked thing to do, for sure.
Wood is really a really beautiful material to work with, so that is a part of the board. And so I'm looking for timber that really shows off the magic of nature, really, the grain in a piece of wood. That's always different. It's highly individualized.
Shaping your surfboard, shaping it yourself, I reckon it has been such it's a synonymous part of the culture. It's not only riding the board, it's actually making it as well.
The important thing about these boards is that they're hollow on the inside. There's no foam on the inside, which is the traditional material used in the manufacture of surfboards. And so it completely eliminates the foam as part of the finished product. And so the way it's made is we design a frame on a computer, and that is then laser cut and assembled, and then we laminate wood around that frame until we have a wood blank, and we're then able to shape that into the finished product. I think that wood surfboards and hollow wood surfboards are part of a global movement where surfers are looking for different materials to work with, and the hallmarks of that is that the materials are natural, there's a low-tech manufacture process, and it's handcrafted. Wood boards should last longer if they're correctly looked after. And so what that means is that you're not in a cycle of constantly replacing. And lastly, wood also biodegrades, whereas some of the counterpart materials do not.